today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 65 yards.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Green. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Looking to throw. Green. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Green. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Richardson. And able to get this to the 31. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now it's Richardson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll run again with Richardson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Green. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Stanton. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Green. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Green. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They run with Richardson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw is Green. To throw on 2nd down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Green. Complete. Finding Donnell. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Green. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On the ground, here's Richardson again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Frank Reich here on fourth down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On third down, it's Prescott. That is caught. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Stanton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 33 yards that time.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Arizona.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
And here's Green, looking to throw on second down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, it's Richardson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll check this down to Hines. Here is 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Finds Hines again for the completion. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And here's Green, throwing on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good, 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To throw is Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Stanton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Prescott now on second down. A short one here, caught by McBride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 27-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued, but when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Back to throw. Green. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. B.J. Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, you know, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. He'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First down, Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Green. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw. Green. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanton. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 1st and 10, Prescott goes right back to McBride. Say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Prescott from the gun. This is caught, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Prescott on 3rd and goal. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a draw play. Richardson. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Green. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete to McBride.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Now Prescott.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
He's got McBride, and he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he will find his man on the outside.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Dak.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Prescott.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Prescott.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson.
And he will have a Panther 1st down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Panthers, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.